the holidays here in the Christmas City, and that can mean only one thing: the return of Christkindlmarkt Bethlehem, presented by Univest Financial. This is the 30th year of this amazing holiday tradition, filled to the brim with all of the sights and sounds and smells and tastes and flavors and other adjectives that describe the holidays. But the most important part is Christkindlmarkt Bethlehem, presented by Univest, is home to your thoughtful, handmade, one-of-a-kind gifts for everybody on your list. If you've got a difficult person to shop for, or you want to make a special holiday memory, Christkindlmarkt is the place to do it. So let's get shopping.
Business name is Trees to Dreams, and we make kind of fine kitchen utilitarian type goods. So bottle openers behind me, charcuterie boards, pepper grinders, ornaments, bunch of stuff like that. This has been my business now for the last 7-8 years. About 2014 we started, and this last year my fiance, she joined me full time. The decoration is the most appealing part about this show. It definitely gets you in the Christmas spirit. There are other Christmas shows that we do, but they don't compare to this one. Best seller all the time is our bottle openers that are behind us. So charcuterie boards, they start out as live edge pieces of wood. So it's the log is flat sawn, and so I have to remove the bark, give them their unique shape, sand them for a couple days, give them a bit of oil and love, and yeah, there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go into sanding all the boards behind me here. Different types of wood, maple, walnut, and cherry. We offer them in a couple different sizes. We have the smaller ones on the top shelf, and then we have some very, very large ones as well. We live down by the Jersey Shore, so we have a lot of inspiration from being by the beach, and so we definitely add a little bit of that to our pieces. So we definitely have a bit of a nautical taste in our work. The sea creatures actually came out of when the pandemic was in full force. I had no other option but to do farmers markets that were local, and I needed something, being by the Jersey Shore, something that I can make and offer to those people that are in that area. So I came up with that item, and it was a big hit. And ever since, I wasn't sure how it would do at my regular events, but it was very well received, and now it's part of my permanent repertoire at the shows.
People love them for their bathroom, the bedrooms, kids' rooms. Yeah.
We now know how many people have a nautical themed bathroom.
The heart and soul of Christkindlmarkt, of course, is the hundreds of artisans, crafters, and vendors here making up the amazing marketplace that it is. There's everything from fine art and photography to Christmas decorations to things for your kitchen to handmade toys. I could go on forever, but what you're going to want to make sure you do when you visit is make sure you get to every single tent. There are 4 different tents filled to the brim with vendors and an outside courtyard area filled with huts. Don't miss anything. Don't be that guy that just does a lap of the first tent and leaves. That's a little pro tip for you.
is our business, Tagalulu Boutique. So the things we offer are handcrafted primarily by my partner and myself. We have a select group of artists that we also showcase their work here. So we have very unique things to offer. I mean, every piece is one of a kind, has our heart and our intention put into it. My partner does most of the jewelry work, the leather work. I craft the instruments, the drums, native style flutes, didgeridoos.
Singing bowls, and Dan makes a lot of different instruments with the handmade art, woodcraft, but we have shakers and flutes and didgeridoos and singing bowls from Nepal, and beautiful hung drums. They're like metal, mystical sounding drums. Singing bells, special things. So special things for Christmas, for the stockings.
My name's Dan Durante from Sunflower Trading Hat Company from Ellicott City, Maryland. We have been in business since 1989, and we offer tons and tons of hats. Anything you can imagine, from top hats to cabbie caps or bomber hats, and then we also have beautiful Irish sweaters. My brother and I go to Dublin, Ireland every January to this massive sweater market where they make beautiful merino wool sweaters, side zips, long, traditional, anything you can think of in so many colors. And they're beautiful, warm, and we got them for a good price compared to many other companies that carry them. We have hats from all over the place. Germany, Ireland, England, we've got Spain. I'm probably forgetting 3 or 4 countries. We actually just got some from Poland, which are very beautiful. So we travel around, try to find some cool new stuff and bring it to the United States so people at Bethlehem Christkindlmarkt can see them and hopefully buy them. This style, this is the Gottman caps of Germany. They're very, very nice, a really deep fit. And what's cool about them is that they're completely waterproof, and they all have flap out ear flaps to keep you warm when it gets cold out, and it's gonna get cold out soon.
You know, I absolutely love Christkindlmarkt because it is the easiest way to kind of just crank the holiday spirit up to 11. It makes shopping super easy too. I think partially because there's 3 bars, one right when you get in and then spread out across the event so you can have a little bit of Christmas spirits while you're lifting your Christmas spirits. That's a terrible pun and I'm sorry, but I regret nothing.
I make homemade pickle products. So we have about 30 different homemade pickle products here. And we pickle everything from cauliflower, ring bologna, we have ghost pepper pickles, onions, radishes, and a whole lot of different flavors. Everything's homegrown, and everything's all natural, no additives, preservatives. And we just try to do it right and don't cut any corners. Pizza pickles, believe it or not. We sold the most of these today. And our Bloody Mary mix. I don't have any to show you because we did sell all the jars I brought this morning of the Bloody Mary mix. My personal favorite is the ghost pepper pickles. These are just fantastic. They're just fresh, crisp. They got a nice slow burn. The Carolina Reapers pickles are really good as well. They're just a little more spicy. I actually started by just pickling green tomatoes. This is my great-grandmother's recipe from Poland. My first daughter's name's Cameron, and I started the business, and it has cami in it, kamikazes. And we lived in Bowers where they have the Chili Pepper Festival. So I decided to take my grandmother's recipe, make it spicy, and then I went to the festival and sold 800 jars in the first 6 hours, and just kind of went from there. And just made new varieties, new flavors. Every year I come out with something new. Our newest one is probably the loaded baked potato. And I call it the everlasting gosstopper of pickles because the more it sits in your mouth, you just get different flavors. The chives, the sour cream, everything just kind of comes out. I don't eat to live, I live to eat. So I'm always thinking about food and new flavors. And I love pickles. So, for instance, the pizza pickles, I love pizza, I love pickles. And I like healthy. I like things natural, low carb, low sugar. And even protein pickles. I make protein pickles. And I love protein. I try to eat a high protein diet and low carb. And I combine the two. So, my mind's always looking for new flavors.
By now, you're probably wondering, where's our very own Christy Fulkerson? I'm always shopping with her at Christkindlmarkt, but she hasn't been on the show yet. She's actually right down the street here at SteelStacks because there's a brand new holiday tradition here. They built an ice rink in front of the Bethlehem steel blast furnaces. That's right, the SteelStacks ice rink presented by Lehigh Valley Health Network, Riley Children's Hospital is here through January 1st, and you're not gonna wanna miss it.
Nothing says holiday fun quite like an outdoor ice rink, and now Levitt Pavilion screams it. The grassy concert venue transformed thanks to a partnership between ArtsQuest and Lehigh Valley Riley Children's Hospital, whose families were first to test out the new surface.
It's so exciting to have this ice rink right here in Bethlehem where families can come out and enjoy a beautiful skate. Very, very exciting.
It's fun to be able to do this, especially for his first time. My first time outside, too, so we're having fun.
Have you ever ice skated before?
No.
This is your first time, and do you love it?
Yeah.
Open for multiple sessions per day from now through January 1st. The idea initially came about 7 years ago with ArtsQuest staff reflecting on a trip to New York City's Christmas experience at Bryant Park.
They've got Christmas huts, which we already had. We had a Christkindlmarkt, which we already had. And they had this wonderful ice skating rink where you can sit and watch people, or you can get a hot chocolate or a hot cider. That's when we looked across the Levitt lawn and said, I think we have an idea.
We really feel that it completes the campus for this time of year, and it's just yet another place for people to be able to make amazing memories. So we're so happy this is open.
What's it been like to come out here and skate on the rink?
Fun, my first time. It's basically just like rollerblading. That's what I do. It's very hard when you first ice skate because I've never done any kind of skating at all. I fell like 20 times.
But you got back up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna keep on trying until I can do it.
With Zachary's wise words in mind, I decided to buckle up and give it a go myself, gingerly hitting the ice and making a few friends along the way.
You having fun? Woo! You're a pretty good skater. You want to skate with me? Yeah? Let's go. Oh boy. See, you're a pro now.
If you think it's just your run-of-the-mill skating experience, think again. The SteelStacks rink will offer prizes and discounts, 15 different theme nights, plus sensory-friendly skates on Tuesdays and Wednesdays.
We will not have any music playing. We will not have that screen on. And we also, our tree will be off or it'll be solid lights. It won't be blinking lights. There's a bunch of stuff going on, and that can be sensory overload for a lot of people. So we wanted to make sure we created those sessions because at Arts Quest we really believe in access, whatever we can do to increase accessibility and to be able to get people to enjoy something that they might not otherwise think they could. So that's what those sensory-friendly sessions are all about.
We want to make sure that venues are available to everybody regardless of their ability, and making sure that we're sensitive to those and offering different opportunities for people to enjoy it is really important so that we can support all the kids in the community.
Now each skating session is 75 minutes and features experienced skaters and novice ones like myself. You can rent the skate aids. They're on a first come, first served basis. And if you're really new to the skating thing, like me, there are even some sessions with instructors on hand as well.
We partnered up with Steel Ice. There's sessions on like Wednesdays and Thursdays and some Saturdays and Sundays where they will be doing a little demonstration before we start the session. And then they're going to have a couple instructors just out to skate with everybody. So if you're a beginner, you're nervous about it, take a look online, take a look for those sessions and come on out because they'll be there to help you and guide you along.
It's the newest edition, bound to become an annual tradition for folks across the Lehigh Valley, and now's your chance to give it a shot.
You should come out and do ice skating.
Because it's a ton of fun.
I would say to try it, and if you can't do it, just keep on trying until you can.
Treats to Love is part of LVCIL's young adult group, our young adult group S2L, or School to Life. They have a micro business called Treats to Love, or T2L. It's a way that we try to teach employment skills and independent living skills to young adults with disabilities through that program. So Treats to Love sells recipe jars with all of the dry ingredients one needs to make either soup or bread, or we've done other products in the past. Basically, someone just has to follow the recipe, add the wet ingredients to what's in the jars, and they'll come up with a great cranberry raisin bread. The mission, it's a nonprofit organization. We work with anybody, any disability, any age. We provide a whole bunch of different services and supports to people with disabilities in the Lehigh Valley. And we're here with our young adults and their micro business to be able to sell their Treats to Love, their goods, to be able to make funds to be able to go back into the program to help young adults with disabilities. The best seller for us is our pumpkin cranberry bread, and it's delicious. I make that regularly at home. My family loves it, and it's just very, very tasty. Now the chili jar that we're selling, I mean, the different layers of it, it looks cool. It's like even as a display, it looks really cool. But there's something about the taste of that bread which is just makes that our best seller. It definitely is a unique Christmas gift. It's and it's priced affordably that people can buy them and give them out. They look very Christmassy. And people they come by, they see that, they catch their eye, and it's a great gift for folks to be able to give it around Christmas time.
A little bit of a pro tip here, these fire pits that are scattered around Christkindlmarkt are sort of like the perfect place to regroup after you've like shopped and had something to eat and you're trying to figure out your next move. There's like more than 100 different vendors here, so it can be overwhelming. So like, give yourself a lot of time when you're planning the trip, right? You don't want to rush through it. You want to check out everything, find those like awesome surprises. That's what I do, and I'm a professional.
What we do, we make ornaments. We've been doing it for quite some time. We get personalization. We get something for your uncle, your aunt, your brothers, your cousins. A nice little reminder of the time that you spent here in Bethlehem, or maybe the baby's first Christmas. My wife is a scroll saw artist. Her name's Shannon, and I get them cut all the branches off of the Christmas tree, or use a bandsaw pattern on there. She does some cutting. She also does some painting and writing and personalization. And we do, there's a Shakedown Street open air market for the Grateful Dead scene, and we've go travel all around the different concerts and stuff, so we have a lot of music themed. A lot of people like to get the pet ornaments, the different dogs, or think they get their pet's name on there, or a family ornament, or just a nice little message.
There's some pretty cool under the radar aspects of Christkindlmarkt too, right? We do this amazing event called Breakfast with St. Nick, where you can come with your kids, you get to meet the jolly old guy himself, eat some food before Christkindlmarkt even opens, and then you've got first dibs on all of the vendors when it does open. It's been going for years. They sell out, so check out christmascity.org quick if you're interested in that. It's very, very cool, and I don't think enough people know about it.
I'm Tracy Gross Design, and I'm a silversmith, and I make everything with traditional handmade silversmithing tools and silver. Some of the silver that I use is scrap silver that I process and send through a rolling mill and recycle, upcycle as best as I can. Most of the silver is done from the raw material, and then my uncle is a lapidary. His name is Charles Gross, and he makes a lot of the stones that I set. The lockets I worked really hard on this week, and I made 9 lockets this week, but I worked probably 15 hours a day for 4 days. A lot of people are looking at rings this year, and I've noticed that within the jewelry industry, for me anyway, flowers are really in, like silver flowers and stuff like that. I did really well with my cast skulls. I had little tiny skulls that I cast in sand and out of silver, so they did really well this year too. My whole life, I've always believed that you should do what you love, and I love making things with my hands. So, and I really believe that also if you do what you love, your tribe will find you. So, I love making, I can't explain to you why I chose jewelry to make jewelry. I guess it was years ago, I was looking for something to wear to a Christmas party and couldn't find the exact thing that I wanted. But I saw it at a shop in New Hope, Pennsylvania, but I couldn't afford it. And I thought, well, I could make that. And I went home and I really, really couldn't make that. So it took me about 10 years to get to the point where I could make that thing that I once saw. So I guess making jewelry is the thing that I do because I can never find what it is that I want to wear in the market. So I just make my own unique kind of things.
believe this. I can't believe he's actually here. St. Nick is at Christkindlmarkt all the time. He's right there.
We're Groff's Candies. We're from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. We make all our own chocolates, so we have a variety of our chocolates along here. Our chocolate-covered pretzels and nonpareils and peanut brittles and assorted chocolates and just a variety of the things that we make. Here at the show, the best item is our chocolate-covered pretzels. Overall, it's probably a toss-up between chocolate-covered pretzels and sea salt caramels. People are looking for quick, easy gifts, stocking stuffers. So it makes a great gift for the holidays. Well, we use a good quality chocolate, and like with our caramels, we make all our centers from scratch. So it's our own recipe. Our pretzels are Tom Sturgis pretzels, which is a good quality pretzel. So using the right ingredients is what it's all about.
So there you have it, just some of the sights of Christkindlmarkt Bethlehem presented by Univest here in its 30th year. Make sure you check out christmascity.org for the full schedule. The event's open weekends here at SteelStacks. Get on there, get your tickets in advance, skip the line, save some money. christmascity.org has everything you need to know. I actually still have to do some shopping, so I have to go, but I hopefully will see you down here at Christkindlmarkt before the holidays.